Welcome back to The Boy That Loved, a Boys Love podcast brought to you by me, Dion. Hello, hi. For today's video, I thought it'd be nice if we talked about Dead Friend Forever. I just watched episode 10. By the time this goes up, my reaction to episode 10 won't be up, but it will be. So become a patron, linked below, so you can watch my reaction. But I just freshly watched it. And as I'm watching it, things were unfolding, and I'm like, ooh, these will be some hot topic points with the fandom. Now, I haven't really been keeping up with what the fandom as a whole has been thinking about this show, or I guess any show I react to nowadays. The only thing I know is what is discussed in my Discord. And it can be very divisive. It can be very tunnel vision in there. No shade to anyone in my Discord, but like sometimes it can be just kind of one-sided, kind of omit things to support your opinion kind of vibe in there at times. And one of the initial comments I just saw was like they were mad at Phee, and I was like, oh, it'd be interesting to see what other folks think. Now we haven't discussed it yet in the Discord just now as I'm recording this, but I did go on Twitter and look up the hashtag, and I pulled up a few tweets, and I want to give my thoughts and opinions on it, and then maybe gauge your thoughts and opinions on it. Now this may be opening up a Pandora's box, and I may not be ready for the discourse that's going to happen, but I think I want to talk about these kind of things. I'm watching these shows. I have opinions. You guys have opinions. I'm very curious to see what you guys think. Now for this video, obviously I'm talking about Phee telling Jin the whole game plan, the whole thing, who he is, who oh boy was, or Tan, and the whole thing, right? And as I'm sitting there watching, I'm like, oh, I don't know if this is the right thing to do. But as I'm watching, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be crazy with the fans because they already feel like Phee is off the path because he has feelings for Jin, and he's going to go against what's going on because of his feelings for Jin. And as I'm watching the scene, I'm like, oh, I know that's going to be the thought process, and everyone's going to hate Phee. And I'm not wrong. I looked at the hashtag. It seems to be the case, but I just want to bring a different point of view on this. Now, that point of view of Phee just being whipped and in love with Jin and him just forgetting the goal, sure, there's an argument for that. I'm not saying there's not an argument. I'm not going to argue about that. But what I want you guys to maybe see is that the plan that he had isn't the plan that happened. And he explained that in this episode. People being killed was not part of the plan. He is not a murderer. He wanted to expose them, get the truth, and move forward and trying to find Nan, since they don't know if he's alive or dead. Like, we don't even know if he's alive or dead. Like, who knows at this point? I mean, I guess we'll find out soon, but we don't know. So, like, there's information that they needed. And Tan is just fueled by this revenge and wanting to kill them. Forget justice. This is his justice he's getting. And I'm not saying he's wrong for wanting to do that. I mean, his whole family's gone. There is maybe some hope that his brother's still alive, but his parents are gone. So, like, I understand Tan's just really going off the beaten path to do all this. It is really insane that it also included killing that delivery guy. What's his name? Uncle Dan? What's his name? Him killing him is insane, and it's kind of really, really hard to root for him fully with this information. Because I'm over here like, oh, I'm not really feeling no ways them other boys getting one by one getting, However, the uncle, okay, now we're getting a little bit. It's too. You did too much. You did too much. Now White's mixed in. He ain't do nothing. You're doing too much. And I'd prefer their original plan of exposing them rather than killing them. And I wouldn't feel no ways, like I said, if White wasn't in danger to be killed. He might something might happen to him. He's innocent in all this. And then now the uncle guy. So I'm like, oh, Tan, my goodness, it's getting wild. I'm trying to, because I was conflicted because I was watching. I was like, ooh, Tan, you better get them. You better get them, because it was awful what they did to that boy. But I'm also like, damn, innocent people are dying. I'm not really rocking with that. And I can understand Phee being like, oh, he is too far gone and he's killing folks. I'm not in the business of killing. And I am not feeling no kind of ways if Phee is obviously opposing Tan now with what's going on, because he did. You can get revenge and get their plan was a good enough plan to do. Rather, I don't think killing them is the best route to go, because that's not gonna bring nobody back. No one can atone for what happened if you kill them. You know what I mean? This causes more hurt and chaos, obviously. And now I'm not dragging Tan for this because it's understandable. But all I'm saying is giving potential context to Fee's thought process. Yes, he could be whipped because of Jen, but I'm also feeling like, well, he is feeling guilty. That's why he's doing all these things. And now his guilt has caused innocent people to be in danger and killed. So he's like, oh, damn. Like, now him telling him, I'm kind of like, ooh, I don't know about that. Also, then Jen being out loud telling the whole group in the middle of that high stakes situation about what's going on, it was also crunchy crunchy. I was like, damn, Jen, like, yes, you have no loyalties to Tan, and like people are dying because of him. So like, but I would have been like, let me wait till we get out the woods. Let me go along like I don't know what's going on until I'm safe, because you're injured and there's a gun involved and people are getting drugged. I wouldn't. Jen, what's going on here? But also, what's the right feeling towards him? Because I guess people want Jen to be also, everyone needs to be eliminated aside from Phee and White. Everyone needs to be eliminated. Which two out of the four people left, five people left. That's true. That's happened. Poor and Top dead. So like, we got T, Jen, and the Fluke. Now, speaking of Fluke, someone said in my Discord that Fluke potentially was the one who leaked the footage, which I was kind of like, that doesn't make any sense for him to do. He's been very just barely said a word in the past timeline. So like, I don't know why would he do that? He's more active in the main timeline and still is. But then someone was also like, oh, he is booed up with Poor. That's why he was so distraught, sad, and crying when, he died. And I'm like, I mean, that was someone he knew and he couldn't save him. And now it's going to look bad. Now he's like, there's other reasons why he was so upset that happened. I don't know if it's like he was in love with him or they had a side fling. That still could be true. Maybe. I don't know. But given seeing this last episode just now, I'm like, I don't see where that was at. But obviously, that's probably just a fan theory. Just sometimes people talk with such conviction, like it's a truth, and I'm like, oh, I didn't see it, but maybe I missed something, because I'm prone to miss some things. Maybe I don't comprehend this, that, and the third. So I'm inclined to ask, and I'm inclined to, take in what I'm being told. But when it don't make sense, it don't make sense, and that's one of the things that didn't make sense, and it still doesn't make sense. Maybe they'll update their theory or update their statement. I don't know about that whole situation, but I'm like, I don't see where he was booed up with Poor. Now, he did mention it seemed like he was last on the food chain with the friends, and non being bullied means that he wasn't being bullied or bullied less or whatever. So he was so complacent, and that's why he didn't do anything when they were doing all the bad things to Non. He was just kind of like, well, I'd rather him than me, which gives a lot of context to his actions now. He had no reason to step in, because if he did, he would be the person that they would be doing stuff to and kind of bullying, because they, and also seeing how he was almost tried to kill Poor, almost tried to kill Top. They probably bullied him in the past in some capacity, to the point where in the main timeline, he was like, you know what, I want to murk these two. Yeah, the drugs, everything was also in the mix, but like it gives more reason to his actions that we saw him do. Like, he was about to kill both of them. If White wasn't there, he probably would have. I'm very well. I believe that. I believe that. But yeah, let's read some of these tweets that I saw. Where did I put them? Oh, okay. So one of the tweets says here, "I'm actually genuinely so pissed at Phee. Like here, I was hoping his character was on Non's side, but after all that he is just a dumb MF in love with Jen. I hope Non gets his revenge." Yeah, sure, but innocent people are dying. Innocent people are dying. Listen to me. Innocent people are dying. I'm not saying Tan don't get your revenge. All I'm saying is if he ain't really with that and he's trying to the him oppose Tan because of this, he should be able to. He's not a terrible person. I know, like like in we watching, like, oh, he's doing it because he's with Jen. That's a way to surface level juvenile way of perceiving this. I can get the perception, but that's a little bit too like surface level, and you're not including the other information at hand. He didn't want to kill nobody. He even said he's like, I'm not trying to kill nobody. He's killing folks. Folks are dying because of him. So yes, I do think it's crunchy that he told Jen. Like I'm like, ooh, maybe not, bestie, but I don't know if it's like let's hate him now because he doesn't want like I don't know. That's kind of strange to me. How effing dare Fee tell Non to get lost and die, and then suck Jin after Non disappeared? That did happen. You know what? Care to explain? You care to explain? Because he did tell him that he was distraught and upset, and could be part of his, like 13 reasons why the things happen a little later on. But oh goodness, the fandom is so interesting. Um, Tin plotted everything to make sure the people that were behind non disappearance had no chance for survival. He didn't come to play or tease the truth. He brought them back to the scene of the crime and killed everyone. And he's doing exactly that. You right. He two down, three to go. Wait, is it three? T Jen and Fluke. Three to go. And then someone said, it's clear that Phee couldn't follow through with the plan until the end because, unlike Tan, he isn't driven by revenge, but rather guilt. Well, sure, but the plan wasn't to kill people. That's why maybe they just. I guess that's what they meant. Like he didn't plan. Like he can't go through with this killing because he's not in that mindset like Tan is. Someone said, you know what? I get that. I understand this about Phee. Okay, me too. But the response to Jen's confession was so underwhelming and honestly confused me. And then Phee tried to comfort Jen, calling the group of guys our friends, and I was left even more confused. You know what? You right about that. I don't know what I expected Phee to do by finding out that Jen was the one who leaked that video. But I don't know. Maybe he should have went off. Maybe he should have punched him. Maybe he should have did all these things to him. Maybe I don't know. Do I feel a way that he didn't? What y'all feel? Do y'all feel like, damn, you ain't really? I don't know. I don't know, y'all. Because part of me is like, damn, your response was kind of like very like subdued based on the information you got. Because the reason the footage leaked, you found out the footage, you got mad at Non, you cussed him out, told him that, and this is the person that recorded and uploaded it. And he's telling you that he did that. Maybe because Jen seems like he feels guilty for her, so he's like, all right, well, I'm not gonna wild on you because I feel guilty too because I'm a part of this too. So maybe that's one thing I can think of why Fee was like, you know what, it's fine, let's just go back. And maybe he did gain a bond with the whole group. That's why he said our friends. I don't know, y'all. I feel like the fandom is really like, let's kill these boys. And if you feel that way, I'm not trying to change your mind on that. I don't. If he ends up killing them, I'm not gonna feel no ways really. I will feel bad because that for feel bad for like Fee for having to be a part of a murder spree and White having his man be killed. Yeah, he was terrible, and like I, I don't know. I think they should get go to jail or get put on trial or something. I don't know if they should be killed. Like it's. But I understand Tan's point of view. I get it. Like I'm like, go off, do what you need to do. But what's gonna happen afterwards? There's nothing. He has nothing left. So it's interesting to see his point of view. I just see Fee's point of view as well, and I'm kind of stuck in the middle. Either way, I'm like I'm rocking with both mindsets. Not so playing devil's advocate, but I'm just like, you know what, Tan, do what you gotta do. But also, Fee, if you oppose that, I get why you oppose that. Stop him from ruining your life now, because now you finna go to jail because you guilty by association. You and killed the delivery guy. Like, and you wasn't. This wasn't your game plan. You were not a part of you were not part of a murder spree. Now you are. So now you're like, wait a minute, like hold the phone up. I'm not. Yikes. You know what I mean? Like, so I get it. But yeah, let me know your thoughts below on this, and I will see y'all in the next video.